Welcome back to
Catharsis.
This is chapter 4, titled Into the Inferno. We start with the smell of rotten eggs. Those who have not been around lava would not know this, but lava smells like rotten eggs. So you truly never know if someone farted or if a volcano has erupted in the literal sense. Fun. Thankfully for your party, last time it was covered by the smell of the curse. And when you had your plague masks. However, now that the area has been cleared of the curse, you now can smell it with a burning richness. Going back to the place where you first found a Medea tiger lily in that abandoned council chamber room for the ancient dwarves of Dragon's Hearth, you discover that the battlefield is now cleared out and mostly cleaned up, save for some holes and tunnels. Alright, I'll admit, I know more about botany than I do about geology. Tony Diamond confesses. Anybody know which of these tunnels we should take to get the chili gemstones?
The tunnels?
Yeah, I don't know which way to go.
Do I know? Do I have a book that knows?
So you don't have a book that knows, or actually, what is your list of books?
Oh, I don't have one. I just pull random shit out of my bag.
See, if it had specific titles, we might be able to work with that, but with specific titles, so I can't just...
I understand.
So you...
Does it have medicinal properties though? Because she does know about that.
So you want to roll for medicine to see if you can detect which one of these tunnels has...
Well, is it considered a medicinal substance?
Probably not.
Then I don't know.
Is it considered magical?
Yes.
Hold on. I can't remember what it's called. Hold on.
Detect magic.
Yeah. I feel like that was very obvious. That's okay. But yeah, let me see if I got that little...
There are other rules you can also use to justify this search if you...
Nature? History?
Yeah, you can do nature.
I'll try that.
Alright.
Fucking...
I got spice today, so it's a good thing we're looking for chili.
14!
So are you looking for the stones or for rock beetle tracks?
The stones.
The stones, okay. On a 14, you do see some residue of gemstones. It's hard to decide if it is chili stones for sure, but there are 2 tunnels, the 2 most left ones. There are 3 tunnels. The 2 most left tunnels have like sort of gemstone residue, that like the dust of gemstones, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And the sort of earth that is fertile for growing that sort of thing. Yes.
Can I roll to investigate to see if there are any particular concentration of like beetle tracks going anywhere?
You may. You can roll a survival check for that.
Okay, interesting. What does that look like? Ooh, okay.
What'd you get, baby?
19.
Ooh!
It's pretty good.
So you see that there are rock beetle tracks going into 2 of these tunnels, the most left and the most right.
So I'm just gonna kind of go up to Tony and be like, why don't we flip a coin and try one of those ways, because looks like we could either go one way or the other, and there seems to be a lot of beetle tracks, and they like that kind of thing, don't they?
If you don't mind me, can I have Lilith command Hypnos to use his invisibility ability through Pact of the Chain, and then have him scout out the leftmost tunnel?
You know what? I'll allow it.
Okay.
But you don't have like eyes of familiar.
Okay.
So he can't like show you what he's seeing.
Okay.
and he can't really telepathically like talk to you or anything like that.
All right.
So he might not be able to communicate to you very effectively which one you're looking for.
Okay.
That's the only thing I will say about that.
I'll just have him go into the leftmost tunnel, and I think I'm gonna maybe follow like maybe 20 feet behind him.
Okay, cool.
Just so that way, like he can look in here, but then Lil can like stand here, and then hopefully no one will spot her.
Roll stealth for me.
Okay. 15.
All right, let me just roll let me just make a roll as well. Okay, so you go through this tunnel. The smell of rotten eggs sort of subsides, but it is still pretty musty in here. I want you to make a perception check for me.
Okay. I'm just gonna move my little guy here. 16.
You definitely hear the scuttling
Okay.
of the rock beetles, and you start to see some of the glow of gemstones. Some of them are red, some of them are yellow, blue, all different types, and they seem to be in piles.
Okay.
And some of them are in these sort of little tunnel, like these little crevices. So this is definitely the rock beetle horde of gemstones, but you wouldn't be able to tell which ones are the chili stones with that roll.
Would it be okay if we were to temporarily split up and maybe we can go into the other?
Does nobody
cavern,
know what
or-
these stones look like?
I have a spell that might be able to help us, though.
What's the spell?
It's called
detect
Identify. But I have to touch it to be able to enact the spell, and it's a level 1 for...
Right. So you would have to sneak over to identify the stone.
Yes, but I have something else I also want to cast when the time is right. I just wanted to let,
Yeah.
Lilith go first.
But to answer my question, nobody knows what these look like.
Not off the top of your heads, no.
I've never seen...
Can I go off somewhere that is relatively safe and call Archive?
You may.
I'm gonna.
Okay. He is phoned in.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So we're looking for chili stones, but I don't know what they look like, and neither does anybody else. You got a book? I mean, not on your person, but like, could you like find one?
Let me see. And he bows as customary of the teleportation, and a bunch of love poems spew from where he was. He liked love poetry before he met you. Now it's just a little more hyper-focused.
It's very cute.
So that might take some time for him to search for the book.
That's okay.
I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes for him to try to find that. But if you guys find a solution before he comes back, you can also...
Can I argue it wouldn't take him that long to find it if he has a finding aid in his library, which he would because he runs the library?
No.
Fuck you.
It's a big library.
What are we gonna do?
Are you still on your turn?
Nope. Why don't you do what you want to do, Gwilla?
Okay, are we near some of these beetles?
If you go into here, you will be.
Okay, where are our characters currently on the map since we don't have things to
So
represent?
currently they're all over there. Lilith is the
Okay.
closest, probably being at the end of that tunnel over there.
Okay, can I stealthily...
Jillian?
Yep.
So your character's probably at the end of the tunnel with Hypnos being a little closer. And I'm gonna make another roll, but I'm not gonna say what it's for. Cool.
You maniac. Do a stealth roll.
Cool.
To sneak up the length of the tunnel to get kind of to the opening, so I can be nearest to the beetles, because I have a spell that I need to cast towards them.
Animal friendliness?
Yeah, I want to cast Animal Friendship. See if maybe I can try to talk to one of them and be like, hey, I'm just like you.
You're just like me.
We both have very hard bodies. Just like get a
fabulous.
I like crystals. I'm sure that you do too. Yes, I am a stone like you.
Can Lilith use Bardic Inspiration on the stealth roll for Gwilla?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, you may.
So Lilith is gonna just kind of.
First, let's wait for her to make the stealth roll.
Okay.
And then you can use Bardic Inspiration to add on to it.
Alright. I'm gonna turn you guys kind of relay that, like, okay, so I think I have an idea. I'm gonna try to travel up the length of the tunnel the way that Hypnos went and see if maybe I can stealthily come up and try to communicate with one of the beetles. Maybe bring it to our side?
Whatever that you think is best, Gwilla. I trust you.
They might perceive me well because I also have stone on my body.
Go for it.
You're birds of a feather.
And while you're rolling for this, I'm rolling for something else.
Okay. Oh,
What'd you roll?
I got 3 + 1.
To stealthily approach.
Yeah.
As you're approaching, you unfortunately trip over Hypnos. You try to catch yourself so you don't squish him, and you bang your elbow into the tunnel wall, causing some rock fall. We now have.
I like picture the beetles all chilling and doing their thing. Assuming that these are beetles.
Oh,
There's a lot.
That's it.
okay.
And now they've seen. Can I have a piece of your dice to represent you?
Oh, sorry.
Is that good? You are here. They hear you.
Okay.
And they're not doing anything yet. They're just looking at you.
Yep.
Okay.
Looks like they're sniffing. They're sniffing real good with their sniffers. And this close to them, you realize that they are blind.
Oh.
They're like moles.
Can I just say that, not to interrupt you, can I say that we heard the skittering and we come in? So we're in the same
if you
area?
all want to back up Gwilla,
Absolutely.
unless Ellie's waiting for archive in the main room.
Probably should, because I don't want him to like pop into
And
the
be
middle
like,
of
"Oh,
like a
that's
horrible
totally
situation. I mean, I'll come up to play reconnaissance if somebody is like actively dying.
Tony Diamond in the middle of the tunnel, ready to shout down.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll just come in here.
I'm gonna have a piece of dice to represent Wick. I think at first he was sort of giving you space to try your thing, but now that you've gotten their attention, he's behind you. If you
know
can
what, I might
place
use that
that
bit.
behind Gwilla for me. He's backing you up. All right.
So I think as all of you would be coming up, I'd be like, it's okay, I think I got this.
Wick just quietly goes, thumbs up.
Okay.
I'm like ready to go, but I'm like, okay.
Are you going to
You got
hold an
this.
action?
Am I gonna hold an action? That's
you gonna hold
good.
I think I will.
Bonk if one of them attacks anybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold an action.
What
Yeah.
are you gonna do? Specifically, you have to tell me the trigger and what you're gonna do when it is triggered.
If they attack Gwilla, because they are made of a rock, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I will cast. Let me just see. That is 10 feet. So I will cast Shatter at a point wherever that I hit the most, but also don't hit Gwilla.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that I have my short sword at the ready just in case if like we're just like I'm picturing like a one jumping at her or something.
And you just.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. We're holding actions.
I feel bad.
Well,
I tripped on Hypnos.
It is. I'm sure Hypnos is fine. He's made of fluff.
You know what Hypnos will do is Hypnos will leap onto Gwilla's shoulder and burrow in her hair. And just kind of poke out of the top.
Can you put his dice on top of her dice?
Yes,
just
dude.
just for visual. Yay!
You can hide in my hair with Reem and peat moss.
Yeah.
You're just collecting pets in your hair.
I love it. That's me in real life. I used to have birds and they would sit on my head a lot. Okay, so just gonna turn back to the beetles and be like, Well, now that I have all of your attention, she's going to single out the middle one because I can only do this on one of them.
Okay.
Or whichever one looks like the boss.
You want to see which one is the big boy?
Yeah.
Roll, I'd say roll survival.
Survival? Okay.
Survival or nature, which one is better for you?
Oh, I did good on that. Okay, so 19 plus 3.
So the biggest boy is definitely the green boy. And you notice that the biggest boy is actually a female.
Oh, good. Okay.
This is a matriarchal system. It's sort of like wolves, where the alpha is the woman of the pack.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
So
is the definition of class love.
she's going to cast Animal Friendship and say, well, lady to lady, I want to let you know that we are not here to harm anybody. We are here on behalf of a dear friend and could very much use your assistance.
So how does animal friendship work?
Okay, so this spell lets you convince, or maybe you can't talk with them. Hold on, let me double check that. This spell lets you convince the beast that you mean it no harm. You can choose, one that you can see within range, and it must see and hear you.
Mm-hmm.
If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration.
Alright, I'm going to look at the stat block real quick.
I don't know if Speak with Animal would have been a better choice, but
If it has an intelligence of 4,
Or higher, if it doesn't work.
if it doesn't, I do have Speak with Animal, but I could probably do it.
it doesn't work if it's a 4 or higher.
Yeah, because then they're like too smart for it.
I'm afraid it is a 4.
Okay. Yeah, then would I be able to swap out and do Speak with Animal instead?
You can still cast Speak with Animals and cast that as well.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. My
Yeah,
phrasing was a
go
little
for it.
different though. Okay, then I'll keep what I said, because it was classy.
It was classy.
It was.
It was very classy.
And I'll cast Speak with Animal instead.
Okay.
So you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration of the spell. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, the beast can give you information about nearby locations, monsters, and items. Ooh. So including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade them to perform a small favor for you.
Cool. So, remind me what you said to her. Lady to lady.
I said basically, lady to lady, me and some of my friends here are not here to harm any of you. We are here on behalf of a dear friend and could greatly use your assistance.
Okay, cool. I'll have you roll persuasion.
Okay.
Can Liv cast Bardic Inspiration while holding an action, or is that not allowed?
Probably not.
That's fine.
And after this, we'll see what Archive has.
Ugh, I didn't do very good though. You said persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got an 11.
An 11. So if you want to withhold your action, you can cast Bardic Inspiration.
I will do that.
Oh,
May I kind of
assist?
assist?
How do you assist? I'm intrigued.
Let me think. So, Paeris kind of senses what Gwilla's going for here and just says, I know you're very accommodating fellow beetles, and we'd be happy to just do our business, come in and out, and we'll leave you without being harmed if you'll so let us.
Roll persuasion.
Yes, I will, indeed.
So you can still hold your action.
Okay.
Unless you choose to assist after this roll.
That's a 15.
You see the rock beetle take out one of her claws, and she scrapes the ground with both of them. And you would know this to be sort of a territorial act, where she's sort of drawing a line in the sand, metaphorically, but she's sort of like collecting her land, like hoarding it by burying it under her belly. And then she looks at you both. What do you want?
Well, we have a friend who is very sick,
Right.
and we need to get any chili stones we need.
What did I say? I don't
So
know.
we're making 3 candles.
Right. You're making 3. So probably 3 chili stones.
Okay. I'm gonna tell her that we need to collect something called a chili stone. We need only 3. If need be, I'm willing to trade something of interest, perhaps that I have, in exchange for your help finding this.
Roll persuasion, but with advantage because you said you would offer something.
Okay. Okay, so I got 16.
16.
You want firestone that goes spark spark.
Yes.
We use that a lot. You say you want 3.
What do you use it
And they
for?
can be small.
Fire.
I see.
Or good for lame children.
Yeah, but the lava burns them. That lava is too toasty.
But it's already toasty down there.
It's the bad kind of toast.
Aren't they explosive though? Have you ever been hurt by them?
If you're stupid,
Fair enough.
we have learned from generation to generation how to use firestone that goes boom, the wrong and the right way. But you said you will trade?
Yes.
You will trade.
I can offer you something that will also light a fire and is much less dangerous.
Nah.
And they're just gonna take their tinderbox out, and you get about 30 uses out of that without any potential,
It counts its claws and it realizes it doesn't have that many claws.
hazards in the process, and you'd be doing us and yourself a favor.
Teach us.
And they're gonna
Teach
kind of
us
like,
safely.
And it backs up a little bit. It tells the others to back up and they're like,
well, I think I'm gonna go over and kind of like get down on my knees. I'm probably about their size at this point, and
oh, you were their size before.
okay, sweet. So now I'm even lower down, and I'm just gonna be like,
Now they're looking over you like,
so you take it out,
Yeah.
and you strike the match.
Oh.
and you see that though they don't have eyes, they have these sort of like, they're not quite whiskers that just sort of come out. They protrude from underneath the rocky helmet and wiggle.
Nausicaa!
It's very Nausicaa about in the wind.
Yes.
And they're gonna be like, it looks like you have plenty of ability with those whiskers. You'd be able to probably figure it out in a snap.
I
They're
tried
gonna
this.
toss it.
This is hard.
You got this.
Is that part of inspiration?
Yes, that is part of inspiration.
Inspiration points. And I'm gonna roll to see if this creature has just to figure it out.
You got this. Just a little stroke here, little stroke there. 4.
Plus 9 is 13. And the wiggly, protruding things like sort of touch the flames a little bit.
Fine. Fire rocks. Fire rocks.
And they go searching for their fire rocks. And all the other, these guys come over to give you the chili stones. And they end up giving you, because they can't count, they give you 6.
Can I take one just for fun?
Yep, you now have a chili stone. I want to just briefly say that while this was all happening, Ellie was waiting for Archive, who has shown up, and he goes, okay, so I found a book on gemstones, but they don't include the ones in Dragon's Hood. They include the ones that are in the Underdark underneath Cerulean Falls and Mosswood. If you could go to the library in Dragon's Hood, I could get the book there. But you could also do that yourself, so I suppose you don't need me.
Oh, well, thanks for looking.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's alright.
How was the travels?
Fine, I guess. They're doing something up there. I was waiting for you because I didn't want you to walk into an explosion or something if something crazy happened.
Oh, why thank you.
I'm gonna call up to them. Hey Ellie, we got the stones!
Oh. Can I have Hypnos leap out of Gwilla's hair, grab a stone from one of the beetles, and then scuttle out?
Yep.
And then show it like, ta-da! To Ellie in Archive?
What does it look like?
6.
So,
It was taken from...
yeah, so now you guys have 5.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest because they were helpful. I'm gonna give them the 2 extra back and be like, you miscounted?
No.
There's 2. We only needed 3. You gave us 6. Or, well, you gave us 5. Sorry, I guess I can't count either.
You keep it.
Are you sure you said you
Yes.
need them?
Keep it, or you do not appreciate your kindness. Then you offend us.
Why, thank
Do
you.
not offend us.
Okay.
Why, thank you, Madam Beetle. That's quite kind of you.
You don't hear any of this.
Oh.
You just see this thing go, give her the
It's
thing.
like a great training opportunity.
It does.
I lean and I go, yeah, it does. And then I hand you the other extra one. What do they look like?
The rock beetles?
I want
Oh, the
rocks.
stones. So the stones are black, but they have red cracks in them, and the cracks sort of flicker like a candle flame, as if like, you know, alluding to the power within. And they're very like elongated. Like they almost look like obelisk shaped.
Ooh, pretty.
They sort of grow like obelisks.
Cool. Yeah. You.
Yeah?
You.
And she points to Paeris, and it looks very menacing. But that's just sort of her nature.
Come. You come. Follow. Follow.
Okay. Let's go.
You step.
And I grab Paris' hand and we walk.
Keep lizard away.
And you can translate this for poor Lilith, who just sees this thing going.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
I'm just signing at you because we all know sign language.
Right.
And I'll just give a thumbs up.
Come.
Paris is gonna do that thing where they're gonna like loop around you and also be a friend in your hair.
Oh, except Pippin's because he ran back.
All of the rock beetles conglomerate to this big one, and they're all sort of bouncing around very excitedly, and they want you two to come over.
So we follow them into the room.
Come.
Right, we're up there.
Show them.
I'm sorry, out of context, you were just like facing a wall and going like, ah! lifting your arms.
The secret rule to being a good dungeon master is not being afraid to look absolutely ridiculous.
No, it's
So true.
iconic. I love it.
I love it too. It's great.
And all of the ones that, since you did such a good survival check, you know to be females, come up to you sort of hesitantly, and they produce this sort of baby pillbug rock beetles. And they all look very adorable, and they're just sort of like twitching a little bit in their sleep. And it looks like they're still sort of in this weird casing. That's sort of almost like a baby being swaddled, but it looks more natural, like almost like a chrysalis for a caterpillar. And the leader goes,
These are our offspring. They will be mighty warriors and scavengers. Be impressed.
I am very impressed and I'm also very touched.
Yes. Good.
Paris is like, seems alright.
These are you. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
You share what?
Shall we one?
What?
We can take what
Raise well. Raise it well. I think we have to accept.
Okay.
Or I'll be offended.
Alright, should we pick which one we are to take or are we going to offer?
and you see that there are 3 of them, and it's almost like Pokemon, where like one is a little blue, one is a little orange, and one is a little green.
Pick one.
Okay, well, in turn terms of my teachings, I have a lot of beetles on my character, but I shall go for the one that gives green.
Yes, take it.
I can camouflage with me.
Name it.
Flint, and Lilith.
Flint Amaranth. The first of our clan beetle surface dweller.
We have a child.
He's still sort of sleeping, like,
Aw.
and in this casing.
Paeris is just full on like
Lilith hears Paeris say we have a child, and she says, "What? We have a child?"
We have a child, and her.
You cannot tell what this baby's gender is because it is in that sort of that catalyst casing.
fellow non-binary.
We have a child. We just.
Rock beetles decide their gender when they are ready.
I'm gonna pretend that I signed at you.
Lilith is just gonna sign whatever the equivalent of "what the fuck" is in sign language, but also say, "I support you regardless."
All right. Well, I'm going to take the child. How big? How big is it?
The child is sort of the size of a burrito. Like a really full burrito. Like, I'm talking Chili's burrito. Or no, Chipotle burrito.
So if that is the case, I have a portable glass brewer that I didn't put water in anymore because I have that ceramic sake bottle that gives me everlasting water. So in this case, I'm gonna take that little ceramic bottle because it's just slung over my shoulder, and I'm gonna use it as a carrying cocoon for our new beetle child.
Beetle child. Beetle.
And it will protect him because it's unshatterable because Atticus made it.
You take for nutrition. Baby need nutrition.
And it's just literally the specks and like the tiny spits of like random gems.
Nutrition.
Oh,
Do not sell. You're kind. They sell. Do not sell. Give to baby.
before we go, what do they continuously need to eat? These?
Gemstones.
Is it okay if we come back and
Very expensive baby.
and
Bougie.
get more of these gemstones from you guys?
You should. I don't think the creature can understand you,
Fair.
so you can ask that question through Gwilla, and Gwilla can translate.
Okay.
I do
roll
that.
persuasion.
Okay.
Translate that.
I shall roll persuasion. $25.
Show us progress. Show us progress, but do not let him stay here. You're supposed to be the first of us on land. On the surface. He has a mission.
They have a mission?
We have a mission.
I don't even know what just came out of me.
What is the mission that you would like to see carried out on their behalf?
The first of us. To thrive on the surface outside of the caves.
Okay. I am gonna take my arcane blindfold just temporarily, wrap it around the beetle's eyes, and tie it just in case when we first get up there the light is sensitive.
Good thinking.
I thought he was blind.
He is, but it still could be sensitive coming into that. Like, I think it could
Do they
be
have
sensitive.
eyes? I thought they didn't have eyes.
They do, but they are like moles.
Okay.
Can they be sensitive if they're blind?
I have met some blind folks who are light sensitive but can't discern shapes.
Okay.
Blindness is very individual.
Then we will pretend it's a situation like that because I want to blindfold him.
Love it.
Now, I should just say for the listeners, I am not an expert on blindness. This is just what I've learned from my blind friend. Moving on.
All right, so I guess we can say maybe we left or
Leave.
carry on.
Go.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for the child.
Bye.
Is that all we needed in Dragon's Heart?
Well, we gotta get the guy to make the candles for us out of the chili stones.
Yes,
I
and
also-
also Wick wanted to see his dad.
Yes. I would also love to have a conversation with one of the merchants at some point.
Ooh, yes. So, you actually, is this about what we discussed earlier? You could ask that question too.
Donnie.
And did the rock beetles?
Oh, or the rock beetles? Okay. Yeah, sure. So before we leave, I'm going to ask Gwilla to ask the rock beetles if they can tell me where I can find finely powdered moonstone.
Oh, good idea. And then I translate that to the beetles.
The rock beetle doesn't know how to explain it very well, but you get the sense from what she's explaining that they can be found in the Underdark near the purple beasts.
Bees or beast?
Beasts. B-E-A-S-T.
Okay, so beast. Got it. Thank you for all your help and your information.
Yes,
We will take care of your offspring.
Better. Good. Leave. Leave.
As soon as they reach the lip of the cave, Lilith is just like, I can't tell whether it's ugly or cute. I think it's just ugly cute.
I think it's adorable.
It is such a wonderful specimen. Oh, hi everyone.
Hello.
Our child is the
He's in the canister thing right now.
Our child.
Wick comes up. Can I hold him?
Sure. I'm gonna pop the lid
Them,
off.
yeah.
I want to hold them. And it automatically snuggles into Wick because he is warm and he's a fire elemental.
Bless.
Oh, it's not letting go.
I think maybe for the duration of our travel, do you want to hang on to him? And I hand him my thing. 'Cause
Are you sure?
he seems to like your warmth, honey.
This is my child. This is my child.
You are its mama now.
He'll come back when we part ways. There you go.
What do you mean? Oh, right, yes. For a second, for like 2 seconds, Wick thought you were breaking up with him.
He was major stressed.
He was major sad.
We only just made up things official.
I know, that's why I was scared. So, Archive turns to you, Ellie, and says, is that all you need?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. I'm gonna go back to the manor, but I'll see you this evening for the party.
Okay.
Stay safe. Good luck.
I will cry.
See you later, Archive.
He leaves.
Let's have the merchant to get these candles made and we've got on our way.
Awesome. You go to the merchant, and she goes, oh, wow, you got them.
We did.
We did.
Miraculously. Honestly, you guys made it way easier than I thought it would be. Way less violent too, less bloodshed. Good thing.
What can I say? I'm a natural with bugs.
You weren't even talking to them.
Bitch, I talked to them.
Right, but it was their charisma. It helped.
It did boost.
They were charmed. They charmed them so much.
Without any words, just vibes.
Just by my existence.
Paeris vibes with the book.
You could have rode one. Have a rock beetle mount.
Imagine our child grows up.
And he's like, get on, parent.
Great.
In any case, here are the chilling stones if you'd like to make those candles.
I would love to make them, but I'll do my best. If you come back in about an hour, I'll have them done.
All right.
At this point, Wick turns to Gwilla. My dear.
Yes.
Would it be alright if we did a detour for that hour?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You wanted to see.
Yes.
You know.
And obviously, they can come if they'd like. Though I imagine I'll eventually have a private conversation with him.
Are you okay with us being there? Would you
Not to force you to come, but it would mean a lot if my family was there.
We're here for you no matter what, Wick.
Yeah, of course, Happy. We're here for you no matter what. Not you. Wow. You know, you help a guy out and then you didn't do anything.
Aren't you married?
To each other, yes.
In the most strict legal definition of the term, it's like the ancient times of Catharsis where it was loveless marriages and people just did it for politics, and that was that. They took mistresses or suitors and all that.
Am I a mistress?
On paper.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. Some of the most incredible people and the most rebellious people in Catharsis history were mistresses or people who were illegitimate. You have nothing to worry about.
She's not illegitimate. No.
I'm not saying I should just keep
Listen, Gwilla, you'll go down in history as the best side piece.
I really should just keep my mouth shut, shouldn't I?
I'll go down as a rock star.
Maybe.
Let's go to see Wick's father. Get it over
I'll
with.
go back to my house. You kids need anything, you know where I live.
Before he goes,
Yes.
I'll pull a ring out of my hair and say hi to him. He's been doing so good since you helped me get him.
Oh my god. This thing's poisonous, right?
Yeah.
I love him. You're a sneaky little bastard, and I love you.
Guys, maybe it'd be a good idea to give little beetle to Tony. He's got way easier access to all the rocks.
I do.
He'd probably keep him nice and cozy in his house.
I do, but I wasn't the one entrusted with the beetle. That feels kind of wrong.
Would that be breaking?
I personally don't. I think it's a good idea, but I don't feel comfortable doing it because they've asked me and Paeris to specifically train the beetle on our travels, and I feel like that would be going against what they asked.
I wasn't there for that part.
Then I update Ellie on the situation.
Cool.
At that moment.
Never mind.
I'll head
Good
to my
idea,
house.
though.
See you kids later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
To the former Lord Copperson, then?
Yes. To the Inferno. And Wick gets very serious.